Okay, so I want to welcome everybody to the meeting tonight. We're very fortunate to have Jeff Dameron with us tonight. He's incredibly knowledgeable both in real estate, but he's brought some programs to my attention that have been a huge help for me. So uh, anybody who receives 1099 income are self-employed. Uh, there's a great program out for them. And Jeff, I'm gonna can you just talk about the program a second?
Yeah, sure. Sure. So this is called the SETC program, and it stands for Self-Employed Tax Credit. What it is, it's a government grant, non-taxable, up to $36,000. This is for part of the COVID relief during 2020 and 2021. If an individual was self-employed 1099 during those years, through a series of questions, and Mark has a link we can send folks to get more information. And actually it has a calculator on there, and it will walk you through. It takes about 5-10 minutes to go through and to see how much you could qualify for. It takes about 12 to 16 weeks to get this grant. Again, this is a non-taxable grant, and it's money you can use for whatever you want, and you don't have to pay it back. So it's a really good deal. And it's kind of like the employee retention credit. So, Junior, maybe you've heard of that, or business owners, if they had W-2 employees, they could you get up to, you know, 20 some $1,000s per W-2 employee. The challenge with that right now is that the IRS has put a moratorium on that until early next year, at least, because the number of claims that were potentially not done accurately or whatever. So anyway, so this is the SETC program, and Mark has a link where folks can get information on, and again, there's a calculator on there that will give you a good idea, an estimate of what you can get. So
Yeah.
uh,
So like in my case, Jeff, we have some corporations and that's primarily everything we do around real estate, around my internet marketing, around pretty much all the different businesses I'm involved in. Plus, we run a nonprofit nationwide. Um, those are all corporate income, but over the year 2020 and 21, I did have real estate commissions and stuff, and it was not big amounts of money, but what shocked me was I used the estimator and it came up that I was getting $10,000 back. So that was like a home run. And I've got a friend, she's self-employed. She was the second person I referred to it. She's getting $33,000 back. So it's incredible. It's like found money. Um, so I've been telling a lot of people about it and they've been going to it and signing up for the program. So
yeah,
anyway,
there's two aspects to finish that thought. It's up to $36,000. So you could use it actually to, fund some of your real estate deals, or, start along that path. And the other aspect is, it's like the old adage, if you had a great meal at a restaurant, or, you saw a great movie, you got to see this movie, you got to try this restaurant. There's an affiliate aspect to it too, for free. If you say, hey, you know what? A friend of mine's a doctor, and he's got a bunch of doctors and nurses and medical professionals that are all 1099. He said, man, this is going to be great. Mark knows some real estate, not only investors, but actual brokers and agents. And this is fantastic for them. Health insurance, any type of self-employed can benefit from this. So it's a really great program. So if there's any interest, we'll get with Mark and he can share that aspect of it too. But
yeah,
I think I'm getting like 9,000 or something back myself. So it's amazing. Yeah. And it's
yeah,
pretty self-explanatory. You just go through it. So
yeah. It was very simple to fill out, and then you just had to scan in your tax returns. They actually will do an amended tax return for you, and it's just a really simple procedure, way more
yeah.
simple. And
They
not
just
like.
they just take a fee off the top end. So
Yeah.
it's like free money, like Mark said. So the
And
second thing we'll talk about, and this may not apply to everybody, but if they're a business owner or they take credit cards, we have a merchant program that guarantees there's going to be the lowest cost with the best service in the United States. If they can't beat the deal, they'll send a check for $250 to the person that uses their service. So kind of a no a win proposition for anybody there. And the third thing tonight, and I'm going to share my screen. This is a revolutionary, not evolutionary, but a revolutionary new program in the healthcare space. It's called Health Share. Now, Health Share has been around for like 30 years, but not to the level that this is out there right now. And it's turning the healthcare industry on its ear, really. You know, the big ones like Blue Cross Blue Shield, Aetna, and all that kind of stuff, all of them are pretty much raising their healthcare cost coverage rate, and that is coming up coincidentally on November 1st through the 15th of January. So we're telling, real estate owners, investors, families, individuals, hey, go on the site, get a 30-second quote, almost guarantee you're going to save anywhere from 30 to 70% on your healthcare, which is incredible. Business owners are saving thousands of dollars per month, and some of the larger ones are the one I heard recently normally was paying $1 million a year for his 80 some employees, and it went down to $360,000. So that's money that they can put into their business, their pocket, into real estate and stuff like that. So I'm just going to take about 3-4 minutes and share my screen and go through this real quick, and then we'll close it out. So this is Impact Health Share. Are you guys seeing this? Is it
yes,
coming through?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, great. All right, maybe you should be able to go down. I'll just click on the next slide. And okay, there's some truths about healthcare. The average individual in America um, pays about 450 per month, and the average family pays almost $1,800 per month. Now that's actually based on 2021. It's higher than that. Healthcare is so important, and many individuals and businesses have to file bankruptcy because the medical expenses aren't being paid, or they can't afford it. Some of the bigger companies deny claims after the fact, and so the individual or business owner, whatever, is kind of left out in the cold. 80% of the country is trying to lower their health care. 5% of the people are responsible for more than 50%. What does that mean? We have an aging population. The baby boomers are now getting older, and unfortunately, with age, things start to happen. So anyway, over 100 million Americans are in some form of debt because of healthcare. Now, health sharing program, I said 30 years, it's actually been over 40 years, but very low monthly cost, over about 70% off on average between, comparing it to the normal healthcare companies. What's interesting about this also is they'll negotiate the rates. So if there's an operation, I had a ruptured appendix in 1989. I think that was a $20,000 operation. Fortunately, I was covered, but I had a shoulder surgery maybe 5-6 years ago, and I wasn't covered, and I had to really scramble to do that. And that was like, I don't know, $28,000 and stuff. But the normal companies don't negotiate, or if they do negotiate, they don't pass on the savings to the actual person. So this company is a great negotiator. It's called Impact Health Sharing, and it's about 5 years old. The CEO, his name is Phil Chrysler. He's from the Chrysler family, serial entrepreneur, philanthropist. What's interesting about this is there's no big corporate salaries. I found out the other day that one of the biggest healthcare companies has a CEO for every state. I said, boy, that really can get expensive if they've got a CEO for every state. Anyway, I'm going to continue on here. Why would you want to choose Impact Health Sharing versus normal healthcare? Well, it's a solution to the ever increasing costs of health care. And they also offer a great alternative, and I'll get into it. Some of the benefits of it is it's incredible. And it's complete transparency. You see where your dollars are going. Okay. Um, next, let's see here. All right. Now here's a couple. This is a nice side by side. Health insurance versus impact. Health insurance has higher monthly premiums. They have higher deductibles. You got to go to a specified network of physicians and family doctors or facilities versus in impact, you can go to anyone you want. They don't have to be in, you don't have to have a referral and, waste all kinds of time and stuff to do that. There's higher copays and provider fees with health insurance, lower copays. Our telehealth is free. A lot of folks are, getting diagnosed over the phone. That's a big time savings. One thing's interesting too, there's a lot of folks in the United States that don't have health care at all, and maybe they came over here, from Latin America or wherever. And so even if they don't have a social security number, we can get them covered. So that's an incredible thing that we're able. Pre-existing conditions, they're not covered with normal, the way it works, which is pretty much the standard for all of the different healthcare companies. However, they will work with their impact health folks that are on the plan and come up with really creative solutions. All right, so how does this work in a nutshell? There's a site, and I'll leave my information at the end, and people can contact me. But basically, it goes on the birth year. So you just type in your birth year once you're on the site, and number of applicants, 1 to 3. If it's over 3, it doesn't cost any additional. So that's kind of a neat thing because, if you have a family of 6 or 7, you're paying for everybody. And it's a deductible that must be met per person versus impact. Say the deductible is $2,500. That's for the whole family. It's not $2,500 per person. So that's a huge difference too. The quote takes about 30 seconds. It's based on the birth year versus the amount of money that a person makes. So that's a big, big difference. The more you make, the more you pay is kind of the model of the regular healthcare companies. This just goes over some of the different over a different comparison of a different company. You can see that for a family of 3, a person is 1969. It might be hard to see. For the whole family, $456. And I can't even make that out there, but I think it's more than that. It's, I don't know, like 1,200 or something like that. A friend of mine has a family of 4. He's paying almost $1,400. It would go down to about $570 with Impact Health for the better actual coverage. Okay. Here's a quote for 2 people. Looks like $260 versus $1,200. Okay. So you can see we also offer for supplements for Medicare A and B. And what they don't tell you, a lot of these third-party companies, you got to read the fine print. It's really not that great of a deal. Okay. Here's which. Hello? Hello?
Yeah, we're here.
Okay. All right. So this is what our ID card looks like. And what separates Impact from other sharing programs is the way it manages billing. Okay. So again, there's complete transparency. Typically, the bills are paid in about 30 days or less versus some of the other companies up to 6 months or a year, and you're still trying to fight to get it paid. Okay. This is just an average bill. You can see the service date was on the 11th. It was paid after the receive date. So it was cleared basically just around a month. Okay. Here's another one, May to June, and shows how much was eligible for sharing and ineligible. So it's a really great transparent system. One more bill. And then this is just the actual site. And it takes about 10 or 15 minutes to enroll. And the timing is perfect. So if folks are wanting to save up to 70% on their health care, right now is a great time to look into it. So that's it for the presentation. Mark, did you want to cover anything else?
No, other than the first program, we talked about it. If you're interested in that, you go to a website and it's 1099 grant.
Yeah.
.com. Yeah.
1099grant.com. And this video that we're doing, or this program we're doing, will get recorded and will get put up on my YouTube channel. And if there's anybody that's a real estate investor, all you can do is just Google YouTube, Google my name. It's Mark Maupin YouTube channel. It's MARK, then MAUPIN, Maupin YouTube channel. And there's tons of real estate investor videos on there. They're all free. So a lot of valuable stuff on there. And I think that's about it for me, Jeff.
Yeah, that was great. So we just wanted to share a couple of great programs that
And if
are
you're-
available out there that can
If
make a
I'm
difference.
interested in a health share, who would I contact you?
Yeah,
On
you
that?
can contact me, Jeff Dameron. My number is 248-860-0853. And I think Mark's gonna have
Yeah.
that on the actual video.
Yeah,
And
it'll be in the description below, and we'll actually have the guy that does the video put up your name and your contact information, put up the website too.
yeah,
So
my email is just my name, as you can see, Jeff,
Yeah.
JEFF EAMERON@gmail.com. So
yeah,
happy to answer any questions on anything that we're doing, and that's
All
about it.
right. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, it was really good to see you, Junior.
Good to have you too, guys. I'm waiting to continue to be with you and learn some more.
Yes, yeah. We're gonna add different content on a weekly basis, but for right now, we're really concentrating on getting the message out on the SETC, because we never know when these programs are going to end, right? And so it's like strike while the iron's hot. Early bird gets the worm, it's kind of like that. And so with the ERC program, the company I represent I was able to get around $40 million of refunds for our clients, which is just amazing to me. And that's before, now they have the moratorium on it. So you just never know. So, and the impact health share is just fantastic. I mean, individuals, families, and they just can't believe it. And so we get the question, well, why is it so cheap? And so we respond, why is yours so expensive? Really, so
That's a good
anyway.
question.
Yeah. So
Junior, do you get any commissioned income or any 1099 income?
Not yet, because I still doing real estate investment part-time and I still working, but that my aim for by mid next year to be fully in real estate. Yeah.
So if you're going to a lot of real estate events and you meet realtors, hardly any of them know about this. So you could actually sign up and introduce the program yourself, and they just go on and check it out. You would get a commission on it. So if you got any interest in that, just contact us.
It's a nice another stream of income. It'll take about 12 to 16 weeks to see the checks start rolling in, but as Mark can attest on the ERC, same type of thing, which is up to 6 months before we saw anything. But it is nice. All of a sudden, you're like, oh man, I've got some nice income coming in, and you're helping people, so it's a total win-win situation. So,
yep, that's good. Thanks again.
Great.
All right,
guys, take care.
I think
All
we're
right.
in. Thank you.
Thanks.
Jeff.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Mark. Bye.